Good morning, everybody. I'm Eureka John, and you are at Eureka Street Crypto. Yeah, I decided to drop the hub off the end of it, just because, it's not a hub. It's pretty much just me, So this is my video blog, and I do this every single day, and I talk about crypto. Every single day I learn something new. And even though I was pretty busy yesterday and I don't have like a specific agenda, sometimes I don't really have a specific agenda. But yeah, I still try to articulate things that I've learned, and I did a lot yesterday. I actually interviewed the Skateverse team, and that was really fun. And that was yesterday at 2 o'clock Central Time, and yeah, it was really cool to kind of get a direct insight on everything that they're doing, and to kind of, in a way, be a part of it. So I appreciate them and their time. I'll show you real quick their website. I'm not going to linger too long on it because all that's on the interview. But let's see here. Yeah, the skate park right here. They're building a metaverse skate park, and you can get your own skateboard. They'll like have a loaner deck for people that don't really want to buy, an expensive NFT because they don't want to gate it to only, wealthy people that can spend $500 on an NFT. And then they'll, of course, have all these different decks you can buy with Ethereum, 1 board, 4 board, 8 boards. It's kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with Avogachis, but like the whole idea of opening up a pack and then having all the attributes to them and everything like that. There's a supply of 8,000 common boards, and then bronze, silver, and gold down to 8 of the gold boards. But it's a really cool concept, and I like the whole idea of it. You can go hang out with them in their Discord. They have a channel called the Skate Park, and you can jump in and ask questions and stuff like that. They're really nice dudes. Yeah, and I enjoyed talking to them. So, yeah, the link is over here on my Twitter page. Oh, let's go here, right here. So there they are. Bam, 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 bam. So good dudes, and they have some really cool plans coming up for that, and that was a fun interview. So yeah, go check it out. Anyway, back to the show. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Okay, so CoinGecko. Let's see what's on the list today. Oh yeah, let me tell you about this show. This show, I'm not shilling anything. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude talking about crypto every single day. And I've been doing this. Oh yeah, this is 1 year. I've been doing this today. Today's October 24th. I started doing this literally 1 year ago. And I'm on episode 306. So at the very beginning of whenever I was streaming, I wouldn't do this every single day. And I started doing this every single day on February 6th, 2021. And I have not skipped a day since February 6th, 2021. I've been waking up every single morning, dragging my butt out of bed, and just, coming down here, downstairs, and flipping on the switch and streaming and talking about just about anything and everything in crypto. And it's been a really great outlet for research. It's been a motivator for research and to learn about all different aspects of the crypto space. I'll talk about Bitcoin. I'll talk about Ethereum. I'll talk about NFTs, the metaverse. I'll talk about the latest, total shite coin. I've talked about things that have done very well, and I've talked about things that have absolutely sucked. So don't take anything that I say for financial advice, that's for sure, because everything that's kind of coming on our show is just kind of passing by, just like a window. So don't take anything I say for actual real life advice or anything like that about what you should do, because all right, so anyway, let's go into the CoinGecko coin rankings and see what's up here. So Bitcoin's at $60,329.84. I don't think that we are going to go below 50,000. That's just like my opinion, man, but that's what I think. Ethereum, $4,031. We may see a retracement, but I don't think we're going to go ever below 2,000 again. And that's also just like my opinion, man. But Um, there's just too much institutional adoption coming in, I think, to think otherwise right now. People say, they're using the Plan B analysis, which is a specific type of chart that was made by Plan B, and it's an anon on Twitter, and it shows the 4-year cycles, and usually around the 18-month mark is whenever the big bull run hits. So we have a halving in Bitcoin every 4 years, and it cuts the mining reward in half. And then so that usually happens around the 18-month mark, more or less. October, we're at 17 months. So November hits the 18-month mark after the last halving. And Bitcoin's already, giving us some good action at 60,000. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in November. And I think things are going to be blowing and going all through. They kind of have in October. September was a typical September. I think we went negative about maybe 9.5 or 10% or something like that. But historically speaking, every single September, except for maybe 1 or 2 in the history of Bitcoin, have dropped pretty badly. And I don't know why, but maybe it has something to do with businesses and quarterly reports and all that type of stuff. But one thing that's different though this year than other years is Bitcoin has been going on the order books of actual companies, and Microsoft and MicroStrategies and Twitter and stuff like that, and a lot of very wealthy billionaires are picking up Bitcoin. Companies, like I said, are putting on their order books. The SEC just approved an ETF, and there's been a lot of other large institutional funds that are incorporating Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies into their books, and as their offerings. Grayscale for one. And so it's just interesting to see this time around. I'll be interested to see the differences and compare and contrast with historically, whenever Bitcoin was and other cryptocurrencies were pretty much just some kind of little internet funny money that they thought geeks were speculating on. So now banks, institutions, retirement funds, for instance, are now adding Bitcoin. Like pension funds are adding Bitcoin and cryptos to their funds. So we're going to start seeing a bunch of that money come in. So how will this change the dynamics of typical historical patterns in cryptocurrency and in Bitcoin is going to be interesting to me. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the answers. I'm just on here in the morning, and this is my time to sit around and ponder and speculate and think about this stuff, and before I get on my day. So, and to have my little kombucha and my apple. I like this Cayenne Cleanse kombucha. I'm not sponsored by these guys, by the way, although I wouldn't mind being sponsored by these guys. This is good, and this stuff's expensive at the grocery store. I go to one grocery store, the convenient one, and it's like twice as much as another grocery store, like 5 miles away. But yeah. Oh man. So what it do? Okay, so Ethereum's at 4,032. Binance coin 474.59. I don't really mess around with the Binance chain too much, because well, one, you got to use a VPN to do it. But then even then, me being from Texas, I can't even use Binance US. Because Texas doesn't even allow you to use the Binance US exchange. So everything's just kind of an extra little pain in the ass around Binance. And then, Binance is a centralized exchange. So even though they say that Binance Smart Chain is not centralized, it is centralized. And they, at a whim, could do anything that they want to that Binance Smart Chain. It's pretty much a... the Pancake Swap built on Binance is pretty much a cut and paste of Uniswap. They didn't even bother to change the extension names. Yeah, so and there's just a lot of shadowy supercoder stuff going on Binance. There's a lot of weird little DeFi apps that you should probably watch out for and not mess with. And I get more airdrops, weird, scammy airdrops from the Binance chain than any other chain, even more than Matic in the Polygon chain. So yeah, so watch out for stuff on Binance. I'm not saying there's not good stuff on there. There is some good stuff on the Binance platform. It's just, yeah. Liquidity says, I don't mess around with Binance because it's Binance. Yeah. Right. I mean, I don't even really feel like I need to explain it anymore, honestly. So, let's see. We got Cardano, $2.12. Solana, 189.45. I don't really like or dislike Solana. It's just Solana. And yeah, you know, like there's actually some pretty cool stuff on there. Some NFT projects that I like on Solana. XRP, $1.08. Polkadot, 42.59. The Doge, 26 cents. Yeah, USDC stablecoin, Shiba Inu. What? Why are you back up to number 11? All right, Terra, 41.19. Avalanche, 65.53. Those two should definitely be above Shiba Inu, and Chainlink should definitely be above all these, like way up there. Chainlink's at 29.77. Uniswap, 26.24. Wrapped Bitcoin, Litecoin. What else we got here? You got this ICP clown token. ICP clown token and WorldCoin are, you know, kind of along the same vein for me. Just attempts at mass dystopia, you know, to bring in the World Economic Forum and create a two-tier social credit system to even access our favorite programs. So I don't know. They say, you know, we're collecting your eyeball data, your biometric eye data, in order to use WorldCoin. I think I bookmarked that somewhere right here. Where you at? Right here. Sam Altman introducing WorldCoin, a new cryptocurrency that will be distributed fairly to as many people as possible. Kind of creating this universal basic income, but you have to scan your retinal data. They say, oh, we're not saving the retinal data. You know, but Edward Snowden says this looks like it produces a global hash database of people's iris scans for fairness, of course, and for your own safety or whatever. For UBI, whatever. It's all with good intentions. That's how it always starts, right? And then it waves away the implications by saying, hey, we deleted the scans. And then Snowden says, yeah, but if you save the hashes produced by the scans, hashes that match future scans, he says, don't catalog eyeballs. You know, so, yeah, I agree. You know, and this one's built on Ethereum. Yeah, so they're utilizing a platform that is supposed to be for like democratization of the internet and stuff like that. But yeah. I got a bad feeling about it. That ICP token as well is kind of creating this like two-tiered system in which they're kind of rewriting all things like Facebook and Twitter, and they want to rewrite all types of, you know, software applications like Microsoft, and, you know, create their versions of it and put it up on there. But you know, they say it's open for everybody, but I could easily see them putting in some kind of requirements to where people of certain, you know, I don't know, medical or financial or criminal status would not be allowed to even use the freaking internet. So, yeah. It's kind of red flags. That's all I say. So yeah. Theta Network, $6.56, and then Tezos down here, $6.58. Now the reason I say Tezos like that is because I found this cool NFT on Tezos. Let's see here. Let's go over here. Oh, that is a crisp apple. Man. Yeah, when you get those days and you just get an extra crispy apple. That's awesome. Okay, so look at this NFT. It just mesmerized me. You know, I was just like, wow, this is a cool NFT. You know, I know there's a lot of, you know, really rowdy looking NFTs and 8-bit computer generated NFTs and, you know, all this stuff out there, and you know, Bored Ape yachts and, you know, stuff like that. But this is just relaxing. Yeah, I could just hear the wind, you know, going through the trees and the slight breeze, and, you know, just sitting there and just chilling. Yeah, you're getting very sleepy. Anyway, this was built on Tezos. And I didn't know Tezos had NFTs, so that's why I brought up Tezos. Late Night Treehouse at hic.art. Let's go see what's on hic.art, shall we? I haven't even been here, so Your guess is as good as mine. Let's go take a look. Late Night Treehouse. Okay. Hick art. But it's on Tezos, which was kind of cool because I haven't really thought about Tezos in a while. Late Night Treehouse. Some folks want to go away from the big city and relaxing their body on the big trees. Hills, lo-fi, these are all the tags. Relax, animation, illustration, Tumblr, tree, chill. Okay, house forest. Collect for 0.2 Tezos. You know, I might get some Tezos and set up a Tezos wallet just to get this NFT. So 19 out of 100. Man, I don't want to talk about this too much. Yeah, because y'all better not buy all this stuff before I can get to it. I'm going to buy this NFT for 0.2 Tezos. Hell yeah, man. Oh. Means I got to go set up a wallet and all that stuff. So I'll get back to this. Don't you buy that out from under me. All right. Now I'm going to wait a little bit till I publish this on YouTube. Not that I get that much traffic on YouTube anyway, but you know. Okay. So, yeah. ICP token. I didn't know Insane Clown Posse had a token. Yeah. I'm glad I kind of missed that whole Insane Clown Posse wave, you know. I went through it Marilyn Manson. And that was, I saw Marilyn Manson play at this little tiny bar in Austin back in 1994. And he spit on the guy next to me. And yeah. Yeah. And that was just like pretty shocking back then. And then, yeah, I think Insane Clown Posse kind of, yeah, took up the baton fairly soon after that. I don't know. All right, so what was I talking about next? I had some rough idea. Oh yeah. I found another Twitter guy that I like, a Twitter person. And let's see here, where are you at? And there's a new Ethereum upgrade coming out, but it's this dude right here, XCR1337. And he kind of did a little expose on crypto whale and how crypto whales kind of spreading FUD out there and capitalizing on shorts. And anyway, I started reading some of his other articles right here, and he's got some good stuff out there. So give this dude a follow. What was his name? XCR1337 at Kryptonator1337. He seems to be out there doing the Lord's work in the crypto world, spreading a lot of good truth and information. So yeah. So for beginners, what is fundamental analysis? So there's technical analysis and there's fundamental analysis. Yeah. So back to in Marilyn Manson, the kid from the Wonder Years. You mean, was it really that dude, or does he just look like him? I don't know. Anyway, so Paul, I think. Anyway, so what is fundamental analysis? I try to do fundamental analysis, although I'm not really that good at it. I kind of just I'm a total ape about things, and I barely do a lot of research. Just pretty much you see my research process on this show. But I do try to stick to some fundamental analysis, and I don't do technical analysis, which is what people do when they're talking about charts and wicks and candles and Wyckoff, patterns and stuff like that, and cup and handles, and you know, all that other type of jargon that you hear, which in a lot of cases is basically akin to just taking a stick and putting it in a pile of poop and stirring it around. But there's some good technical analysis people out there, and I've seen people work with like Ichimoku clouds and stuff like that. Yeah, so, but to me, it's few and far between. So anyway, what is fundamental analysis? Wikipedia's definition of fundamental analysis is as follows. Fundamental analysis is a form of financial analysis. It attempts to determine the fair or appropriate price of securities. Intrinsic value. What is intrinsic value? That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Isn't everybody always trying to basically poo-poo all over Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies by saying there's no intrinsic value? Oh, yeah, okay. So why are you standing up so hard for this fiat currency in this banking system that has treated you so well? So I just don't get it, why people have like cognitive dissonance to try to like defend the status quo on things that are actually actually have their boot right on their head. So if something is not treating you well, then you need to back away from it. Yeah, people have this need to defend some kind of established sense of security. Yeah. Anyway, so what is intrinsic value? Unlike chart analysis, it is not based on a consideration of price trends, but on business data and economic environment of a company called fundamental data. Fundamental analysis of crypto assets is somewhat different from the analysis of securities. As in the case of companies, one can refer to concrete figures, annual reports, and draw conclusions from capital flows. Fundamental analysis isn't easy. Fundamental analysis is an active process that takes time if done appropriately. There are many aspects to consider to determine how the price of a crypto asset might develop in the long term. However, it's very different from the analysis of cryptocurrencies and tokens. Since these are not companies, there are no annual reports with robust metrics. The value of a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin comes primarily from the trust of the community, comparable to traditional currencies like dollars or euros. Yeah, because cryptocurrencies do have communities around it, and those communities have value. So you can find out a lot about and do some really good fundamental analysis by talking to, or at least voyeuristically looking at communities and what they're all about and what they're doing and stuff like that. Because there is intrinsic value in communities. I mean, money in general, as a at its base, is an agreed upon protocol, or an agreed upon value of something, because agreed upon, how would you, let me think about the best way to say this. Like, I do some work and I think it has value, and somebody else agrees that that work has value, and we are going to use maybe not this apple here, this pinballs token card as a way to transfer that value from one person to another. Okay, anyway, the value of Bitcoin, the value of a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin comes primarily from the trust of the community, comparable to traditional currencies like dollars or euros. The value of a utility token is largely determined by its usage capabilities and number of users. Because cryptocurrencies are a new asset class in its infancy, it is also difficult to compare them to existing projects, as these are themselves only a few years old and do not provide a robust comparison. Despite the differences with securities and the aforementioned difficulties, it is still possible to gain an advantage over other investors through financial analysis, or fundamental analysis. If you put some diligence into a structured research and analysis of the results obtained from it, you can definitely count on a higher success rate of your investment. Yes, as opposed to technical analysis, I believe so. How to altcoin fundamental analysis in simple steps. Now you might ask yourself, what is the best way to start such an analysis? To answer this question, you find here an example for a classical fundamental analysis of a crypto asset in practice. For that, I will show you the steps for a quick fundamental analysis, normal fundamental analysis, and big, I would say deep fundamental analysis. All right, so anyway, he lays out, just like a quick, a normal, and a big fundamental analysis and different things you can do. I kind of do a mishmash of, I would imagine anybody would kind of does a mishmash of a lot of these different points on here. I don't really do just a quick. Sometimes I do some big fundamental analysis without doing some basic steps. So yeah, I don't know, but let's look at some of these steps. What is the current market cap? What's the development of that market cap? The circulating and total supply, possible inflation, a deflation, historical price development, and then the idea. So key figures, idea, technology, team, marketing, and community. So some of the ideas, grasp the basic idea, the concept behind the project. Roadmap check. So what does it do? That's one of my favorite things to ask about cryptocurrencies, and one of my favorite things to cover. Like, if you've ever seen Office Space when they're interviewing Ron Livingston in there, and the two Bobs, they're just kind of like, what do you do here? Yeah. Oh no, they're talking to Milton. he's like, I take the project and I take it to the engineers and I talk to the engineers, so the people in sales and the engineers don't have to talk to. And he starts getting all frustrated. And so yeah, what does this cryptocurrency project do? It may have a great white paper, it may talk a big game, and all that stuff, but what does it actually do? Can you use it? So yeah, yeah. Some of these things too are only just for speculation and making money in a speculative way. And those are not projects that I particularly love. I mean, although they might be legit projects, I just have a hard time in just investing in stuff just because it's gonna make me, it just seems kind of slimy, yeah, I don't know, like, protocols are like, yeah, let's get behind this, yeah, I like it for it to actually have some kind of like valid use, like in the real world, to help society build up and move, rather than just, help some, scumbags make some money. To be blunt. All right. So technology, basic specifications. Is it proof of work, proof of stake? Major something selling point, universal selling point, major tech. Quick roadmap check for next developments. Where are they at? The team, overall check of all team members for the website. Quick background check of the members. I saw this meme. I don't know where it is now, but it showed like the same person with a different haircut as each team member on their website. Look out for stuff like that. Marketing, upcoming marketing actions, news and updates, press releases, media mentions. Community, check to see if they use relevant social media channels. Check activity of channels within channels. Quick impression of content quality and sentiment. Okay. So let me see what other, if they've added some stuff on here. Proof of stake, proof of work algorithm, block reward and frequency. Here's where you start getting into a little more nitty gritty. Proof of stake, reward, stake weight, maturity, planned emission till reaching total supply. Let's see here. Find out who their competitors are. And what is their status quo. Reading essential parts of the white paper, actually getting into the nitty gritty of the white paper. I like reading white papers. So not a lot of people do, but they put me to sleep at night, that's for sure. So if you ever want to go to sleep, and you're laying there and you have, a lot of voices in your head at night, and you're laying there in bed and you're just like, so just pop open a white paper and just start reading it. You'll fall asleep real quick. Let's see, previous jobs, the team members, who's running the marketing efforts. Is it a third-party PR agency? I would also probably check into like VC activity as well. That'd probably be something to really look into. Let's see here. Community fundraising for market efforts. Let's see here. And yeah, I don't know. This is a pretty good checklist, though. If you're into checklists and formal type of structured research methods and stuff like that, I'm not. But if you are, this would be something good to print out or write down on a Word doc or an Excel spreadsheet, and just tick off the checks and create yourself a little fundamental analysis research checklist. And that would probably be a good practice for most people getting into the crypto space. So yes, that I would recommend, creating yourself a checklist for fundamental analysis. So me, I know, don't do what I do. So yeah, I don't know how I kind of get along in this space and actually remain in the black and not in the red. And so yeah, my wife asked me the same question about how I get through life too. So, all right. That being said, I think I'll just call this one a day. This is kind of a weird, all over the place episode. Yeah. If you stuck with me this far and not just turned off this channel in utter disgust and frustration and being like, how does this dude have some followers? Then yeah, thanks. Yeah, and thanks for hanging in there with me, Liquidiate. Yeah, I will see you in the Bankless DAO AV Guild stuff. Maybe later today, tonight, we can work on some stuff. All right. All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I just put that skateverse.xyz thing up on there, and who knows, I might have an interview tonight too, actually. So, all right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oops, wrong one.